Last week it was, is this it? Is this all I'm supposed to have? And today, it's what else can't I eat? Welcome to the Success Fitness Podcast. I am your host, Christian Evans. This podcast is for women and men over 30 who wants to achieve success in their fitness journey. And I'm going to help you do just that. But first, I got to ask you, have you ever stepped on the scale and saw that no weight has been lost over the past couple of days? And you realize I hit a plateau. I'm going to tell you what I did to get over that, and hopefully that can help you get over yours. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Are you looking for a personal trainer that will focus on you to help achieve success in your fitness journey? If yes, please book your in-person or Zoom one-on-one personal training sessions with me, Christian Evans, at christiansweightsuccess.net.
Thank you for staying tuned to the Success Fitness Podcast. Today is Thursday, June the 15th, 2023. Jumping right into it, right from where I left off last week, or no, that was the week before, about villainizing food. Stop villainizing food. Last week it was, is this it? Is this all I'm supposed to have? And today, it's what else can't I eat? And these three topics that I've been talking about for the past three podcasts have been what I've been going through. It's what I've been going through on this juice fast. Today is day 95, right? So day 95. So for those who may be new listening to this Success Fitness Podcast, you have to go back. I believe it may have been episode 199 or 200 that will give you clarity on the number 95. Is it really 95 in the essence of you've gone 95 days on a juice fast? I'm not going to answer yes or no, but for those who have been listening, you all know I went over that in my previous episode. So these are three things that have been just on my mind lately. And this is why I recorded them in the podcast. And how I normally write my podcast, I have ideas. I have different ideas that I have in my own folder in my notes. Team iOS, Team Apple. Team Apple, if you're Team Apple, leave a comment in the comment section. But my notepad on my phone, I'm always jotting down ideas. Some of them are incomplete, and some of them may just come from a conversation I may have had with someone, and it was my take or their take or, their POV, or just, observing the world, observing the culture, observing everything. But when I did the podcast about stop villainizing food, it was another revelation another revelation that came out of, this diet, this juice fast, losing weight and all of that. And something else that came out of that in addition to is what else can I eat? What else can't I eat? Do you ever feel like that when you're on your diet, or whether you're on your diet right now? And I do want to change that name in regard to culture of how we view, a diet, because it's like a double entendre where one word can mean multiple things. At least for me, I can speak for myself. When I hear diet, I get a little cringe in my stomach. No pun intended. From a negative point of view, you ever hear a negative word and then you get that kind of cringe. But then, diet is your intake, right? So I think I want to try to start calling it, intake. But, we tend to think of our diets as suffering, going without our favorite foods. My favorite foods are sweets and starches, which probably majority of America is. But sweets, cakes, cookies, ice cream, candy bars, all that, anything with, what do you call it? Sugar, right? The bad sugar, right? And starches. Like I love potatoes. Yukon potatoes, Idaho potatoes, or sweet potatoes. I love them. I love them. I love them. And matter of fact, I had some this weekend. I'm going to tell you all about that, but you have to stick to the end of the podcast for me to tell you about all of that. But we tend to think of our diets as suffering, like going without our favorite foods. Like, oh my God, I got to stop eating this. And it's this dramatic effect. It's this, you know what? I've been jonesing for pizza lately, but I'm trying to get better at eating better, not eating out so much, and subscribing to the we got food at home mentality. So I chose to cook what I bought from Sam's. Salmon prices have been so high, but Sam's had it $5 off today. Last week, I found a bag of quinoa there for about $8. Since my vegetable supply of meal prep is running low, I also picked up some fresh broccoli. By the time I realized it, I had cooked everything in my e-cookbook, What to Meal Prep for Beginners. Not only will you get 3 recipes for one high-protein meal under 600 calories, you'll also get a free workout ebook. Get 10% off when you sign up to my weekly newsletter. The link will be in the description and the link tree in my bio. Download your copy today. You know, this big sigh, like, oh, I got to do this, as if the foods that you have to eat, or you have to correct yourself on eating, or your current intake of is probably more, fresher ingredients, fresher products, fresh produce, more vegetables and fruits, and less drinks, less sugary drinks and things like that, right? So going without all those, and I don't want to call it cheat meals. I'm going to call it indulgent meals. So going without this indulgence, this overabundance in indulgence has gotten me in trouble, right? I want to speak for myself, me in trouble in regards to weight gain, right? And there will come a time to where you got to say, this is it. Like the podcast was last week, this is it. I got to do something different because, this is enough. But those favorite foods, they may not be progressive towards our healthy lifestyle, just overall. You know what I mean? Just the thought of cutting back or eliminating these foods can be depressing. It's like, okay, here's day one of my new diet, health kick. And some people may not just really be that, let's say, ecstatic about it, excited about it, but we got to start thinking long term now. I'll be 42 in December, and I didn't grow up rough like that to a point to where, man, I didn't think I was going to live to see 25. No, not that. But you were 20 before, right? You were 22 before. I just don't know about you, but me, I wasn't really thinking about being 41. It wasn't like there was something depressing in my way to block. No, I just, not thinking like that, at that time, as far as, 22, 23, some people may, I wasn't. It was just, you're young and you're vibrant and you heal faster. But I'm 41 now and things are different. I don't heal as fast, and I have to ask why, or how can I now? And a lot of those answers can revolve around your lifestyle or your physical activity or lack thereof. And you have to make some changes. You have to change your intake. You have to change your physical activity or lack thereof. So this is why I say the thought process of cutting back or eliminating these indulgent foods, they can be depressing, because it's like, man, is this food really causing me to be sluggish, inflammation, lack of sleep, or horrible sleep, all these type of things. So where your body is changing, your body is changing. And it's so important that we think long term now. Your health is all you got. It's just you. It's just you. You only have one life to live. So with that being said, it's an investment for the future in what you eat today. And again, nobody is saying Nobody's saying it stop. Like never ever go back to, an indulgent meal or a good time amongst friends, family, and you're eating or whatever. It's just more so just be aware. There's been plenty of times where I have just eaten blindly, just not aware of the amount of food that I was eating. I wasn't checking for portion sizes. I wasn't checking for calorie count. I wasn't in no place, shape, form, or fashion aware to care. You know what I mean? 1 minute you're 23 and eating an entire pizza to yourself, and then next thing you know, you're at the doctor's office looking at how much weight you've gained over the past 10 years, and they're like, hey, you got to take some high blood pressure medicine because all those pizzas you were eating, you didn't stop at 23. You kept doing it when you got older. It's starting to add up, and this math, you don't want these numbers from this type of math here. So you're like, oh my goodness, okay, I got to cut something out. So you go on your journey. You begin to reduce. Some people can go cold turkey. I can go cold turkey with a lot of things, but some people, it's a gradual decline. So they reduce, or at least I suggest that to my clients. It's, I know this is a new thing for you, working out and getting your nutrition together and all of that, but try to reduce. Try to reduce, and then eventually, eliminate what's been hindering you. So just with that being said, this reducing of indulgent food, it needs to come to a stop. It needs to come to a halt, because you keep doing it, not paying attention to your body, or being in denial that whatever that you are eating or have eaten has a possibility to cause the current discomfort that you may be experiencing right now. And the reason why I was emphasizing, the possibility, because, we can't say this one thing for sure. Some things you can, but, I don't know everybody's life and what they do or what they don't do. So you can't, completely blame, one thing on this. Some things you can't, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But anyway, so, you make your changes, you start reducing or eliminating things, right? And you're weighing every day, and you're noticing, changes, and then you come to a halt. Or you have an indulgent day, and it makes you come to a halt, right? And you see these different numbers on the scale, and it's not just weight. You see your body fat, you see your water retention, or what your body is storing in water, protein intake, lean muscle mass, and all of that, right? And you've been paying attention to this for a while now. You've been, changing and adjusting for the past 2 weeks. And when you come to this plateau, you're like, okay, why am I here? How am I here? I was doing good, been doing good, losing weight. And why am I stuck here? And you're like, man, I've already eliminated this. I've already eliminated that. Well, I have to eliminate something else. And you ask yourself, my goodness, what else can't I eat? It's like, man, I've cut back my Reese cups. I cut back my Diet Dew. I went from Mountain Dew to Diet Dew. I've cut back, just pizza. And I end up replacing it with some rice to cauliflower pizza, or some type of healthy alternative that you believe that was working for you. But another level another devil. When you try to do good, evil is present. So these are lessons my mother told me and taught me. And I understand it more and more because there's different perspectives. You can look at it. It's like, I made the good changes, but now I'm stuck. Now it seems like I need to make another change. And sometimes it is tough. Sometimes it is challenging. And now you went from regular Mountain Dew to Diet Mountain Dew to now you may have to just eliminate Mountain Dew, period. It's time to let it go. You've gone from a thick deep dish pizza to a thin crust pizza, or a vegan or low carb, cauliflower crust pizza, to where now you're just going to have to go without it. Period. And you do come to that, oh man, this again, that sigh that you had at the very beginning of your day one, your weight loss journey, right? But look at how the changes that you did make on your day one and day two and day three and everything going forward from there. Look at the great results you've had so far up to this point. And that came from you disciplining yourself, making adjustments daily, and saying, hey, I can't have this, I can't have that, I need to reduce this and I reduce that. And maybe there were 10 things that eventually you need to get rid of. And maybe you started reducing and gotten rid of, let's say, 6 out of 10. Now you got 4 more left. And those 4 you may be holding on to dear life in regards to, I have to keep this. I have to keep this in. I gotta keep that. Just experiment with letting something go, seeing how your body reacts after 7 or 8 days, and just see if that wasn't it, then that wasn't it. But what if it was though? And in my experience, about 95% of the time when I let something go, that's when I broke my plateau. Bars. I should have rapped. But yeah. So what is it that's in your current intake that you have that you're like, man, I don't want to get rid of it, but I need to? Because I'm at this plateau and I'm doing everything right. And I can't get past this. I can't get past this plateau. You gotta look over your notes, and hopefully you've been documenting. Hopefully you've been tracking. Hopefully you've been writing notes to yourself about your intake. Hopefully, therefore you can go back, and just look at your trends, the data, the information, and you have to make that change. You're like, okay, I need to make another change. I need to make another change. And change does not always have to be a takeaway. It doesn't have to be a negative. A change could be an addition versus a subtraction. Change doesn't always mean that. It can be, addition. So maybe you need to add more water. Maybe you need to add more sleep. Maybe you need to add more time to your workout, or more reps to your workout, or more intensity to your workout, or more vegetables to your diet. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, you have to explore all possibilities. Yes, it is challenging, but this will help and can help. I'm gonna go with will. I'm gonna go with will versus can. Can is 50-50. Will is definite. This will ensure you live above ground another day, because our intake is what we can control. And I'm learning more and more about how much control I really have. How much control do you have? If you found inspiration in today's podcast and would like to support, then sign up to my weekly newsletter, the Success Fitness Newsletter. You'll get access to my new ebook, How Many Calories Should I Eat? It's a guide with resources within to find your daily caloric intake to ensure success in reaching your fitness goals. You'll also get access to my private Facebook community, Success Fitness Family, and weekly emails when this podcast publishes every Sunday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. The link to sign up to the Success Fitness Newsletter will be in the description. Thank you for listening to the Success Fitness Podcast. And remember this, if it's not making you stronger, chant more weight, more weight, more weight. Peace out. I gained 6 pounds in one day and I'm trying not to go crazy. Today is day 95 of my juice fast, and my body is holding on to water because this weekend we had an indulge day, which I don't want to call it cheat day anymore. Don't ever want to call it cheat day anymore. Why? I'm grown. Simple as that. I make my own decisions versus it being so just bad. Again, let's not villainize food. Let's stop villainizing food. And I think that's another way to change the culture is an indulge day. And so I've been posting my pictures in my Facebook group, Success Fitness Family. And I won't tell you everything that I had on my indulge day, but I've just been posting those pictures. So stay tuned to that. But today, I am 301. I weighed in at 301. Today is day 95. And at this very juncture, right now it is 1:22 p.m. I legit have 8 minutes left to record this podcast because I have to go check on some food that I have in the smoker. I can tell you about that a little later. But this morning I had coffee. I had some coffee with regular creamer. I've compared the specs. I understand what I am intaking into my body, and I am settled with that. And at 8 o'clock this morning, I did a 1 mile run. I was only able to run one. I wanted to run 3 initially. Tell you the truth, it really hasn't been on my mind this week because my times kind of change every single week. My time just changes in regards to like clients wanting sessions and different things like that. So I have to adjust. So my client this morning was only able to do 30 minutes, and that left some time for me to get a quick run in. So that's what I did for my morning cardio. I was able to get 1 mile, and I still got it under 9 minutes. So I'm happy about that. And once I finished running, I weighed in, and I'm at 301 today. And that leaves me at a total of minus 57 pounds. And I lost 1 pound from yesterday. At 9 o'clock, I had a juice that was 32 ounces. Sweet Kiss melon. It's pretty much like a watermelon. I just saw it at Sam's and picked it up. So Sweet Kiss melon. Sweet Kiss melon. Well, it tastes like a cantaloupe. Yeah, I did say that. I'm sorry. Sweet Kiss melon, pears, lettuce, and green bell peppers. So I had that, and then my workout. I drank that right before I worked out, and then I left after my morning run, and then I did 10 minutes on the bike at Gold's, and while I was waiting on a client, I just did 10 minutes on the bike, and then we worked out together for about 45 minutes at a shoulder and back workout, and I started to bring my handles to the gym because my handles just feel just different, and I can adjust them, and they've been making a difference with my lateral cable raises and just different exercises that I've been doing on the cable machine. So with that being said, did shoulders and back. So I did that for about 45 minutes, and then afterwards I went to Sam's. I got some food for my clients that I cook for, and it's only exclusive to my clients. So if you want to be part of the gang, is sign up for one-on-one personal training sessions at christiansweightsuccess.net. The link will be in the show notes. But I do meal prep for my clients. I do try to provide something in addition to, just working out. So day one meals, and I have tried to expand it to entrees, so single meals. So what I do have right now is some smoked chicken thighs on the smoker and some smoked catfish fillets. So I'm going to cook that, some carrots and some quinoa for them. So I will post these pictures and videos in my Facebook group, Success Fitness Family. The link is in the bio. Peace out. Imagine a non-pharmaceutical performance device that can help you breathe easy, reduce exercise fatigue, and shortness of breath, all while improving your cardio performance. It's called the Breather Fit. The Breather Fit is evidence-based, drug-free respiratory muscle training, or RMT for short. It's designed to help athletes of all levels, elite military professionals, first responders, and people with physically demanding roles like you to gain an elite performance edge. Unlike most other respiratory trainers, Breather Fit trains both inspiratory and expiratory muscles. The independent dial system allows you to create highly targeted training protocols as well. With over 2 million units sold, Breather Fit is the next evolution in RMT. It was developed from the success of the Breather Health device. It has also been used in clinical applications to help chronic respiratory illness and help patients regain function and quality of life. Simply put, the RMT protocol designed to work with Breather Fit means working out more effectively and accelerated recovery from your workout. With Breather Fit, all it takes is 10 breaths for 2 sets, twice a day, 6 days a week. You can also record your performance to get useful and timely feedback with the Breather Coach app. Breather Fit is your secret weapon to maximize performance and meet your personal best. With Breather Fit, you work hard, but breathe easy. Use my code FITBREATHE at checkout to get 20% off at pnmedical.com/product/breather-fit. The link will be in my show notes.